Well, well, well. That completely soured the mood. Oh, god damn it. That was... I am trying not to cuss right now, but that was some BS, alright? That was complete BS on what just happened. It was not my Wi-Fi. I don't know what the hell that was. That was... My guess is probably his computer. No, it was definitely not my computer. It was not my computer. Cause yeah, that was freaking strange. Cause like even when I was like checking the Wi-Fi, like everything was fine. So I don't know what the hell that was. Cause I didn't restart the computer or anything, but that was freaking strange. All right, well, we'll get things started. Let's just get back into it. So, yeah, that was freaking weird. So, because of this, we're gonna have to cut this stream short. All right. So I'm gonna still go over what I'm wanting to talk about, which was the animation news and everything. So we're still gonna go on to that, but I actually, because I have something like right after this that I have to I gotta be on another call after this. So, which is kind of why I originally, had the stream at this time, because, I'm already up in the setup. Like, I'm usually not up here all the time. So, when I'm up here in the setup, it's at least good for me to just end the stream. And then if I have another call afterwards, or if I have a call afterwards, I'll just go on to the Zoom and just, I already got my mic set up, so I can, basically just go in from there. So, yeah. Since we got a couple of you guys still in here, let's put the, click the like button. Let's try to get those likes up. And yeah, let's just jump into it. I'm a little low energy right now, because I'm not gonna lie, that was... It is what it is. That's all I can say. It's whatever. Like, it was out of my control. Again, I was checking the connection and whatever, and it was, yeah. That was some, I'm gonna just say it. I'm just saying, all right? And pardon my language, but that was some bullshit. That was complete fucking bullshit. So, yeah. Okay, so just had to get it out there. My bad. I don't like, cussing on these streams, but yeah. But anyway, again, we're just going to jump into it right now. Again, I am gonna have to end. I mean, we have, like, roughly another hour, so, I don't know. We may go for that long, and then we might not, bearing that any BS doesn't happen again. Okay, so let's just get into, let's just go ahead and get into it. So, oh, wow, that is not open. Cool. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. And that's just not... Okay, you know what? Wow. Now it's not even, what the hell is going on? That's crazy. Okay, well, that's just not working. So, originally, I was gonna read an article with you guys about, yeah, now that's not even... Yeah, because even when I go here, I'm trying to pull up, and it is not... Okay, alright. Okay, I think we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk, okay? I've already lost my patience right now. I'm not dealing with this, so we're just gonna talk about it, alright? So, whatever. So... The Annecy, the Annecy, festival essentially. In fact, you know what? Since I don't need to have a separate page for this right now, so let me just do it this way. Alright, here we go. Is it right next to... No, there. Yeah, just have it better. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Annecy festival happened basically all of last week. And I think it ended last Friday. It ended on the 14th, right? Yeah. And it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday when they had their... literally a day after I did my birthday stream. If you guys were here for the last stream, the stream that I did last week, all right, if you guys were here for that, you may remember that I basically said I'm not going to expect anything when it comes to Cartoon Network Studios related, because I didn't think that we were going to really get anything. I didn't think we were really going to get anything. What am I trying to say? I didn't think we were going to really get anything, newsworthy, I guess, when it came to Cartoon Network Studios, right? So, that was kind of where I was at in that whole situation. You know, I was kind of like, I know they have a panel tomorrow, but I'm not expecting much. And apparently, they actually have quite a bit, which was, surprising to me. So... Again, I have the article here. I wish, for whatever reason, don't ask me why, Streamlabs now doesn't want to even show the article. I was trying to do like a screen sharing thing, and it's not allowing me to do it. So, but I'm not gonna deal with that right now. Like, that's just not. Again, I've literally lost my patience right now because of everything that happened. But. Yeah, so basically I got a an article from Variety. I kind of always go to Variety for a lot of these things. But yeah, so they have an article basically kind of talking about everything that was unveiled by Warner Brothers Animation, Cartoon Network Studios, and Hanna-Barbera Europe Studios, right? So originally, I was going to read it with you, but I guess we could just go over, like, some of the stuff that was announced. So, something to take note when it comes to anything that they announced on last Wednesday is that they essentially, Deadline is a, Variety is a good source as well as Deadline. Yeah, I always use Deadline a lot as well, so that's definitely true. Excuse me. But yeah, what you'll notice is that with, like, basically everything that's kind of been, announced with Cartoon Network, basically what Kawaii Life Antonio says, Cartoon Network might be an IP, might be on an IP focus now. Yeah, that's what it seems like, doesn't it? Because, again, when it came to everything that was announced at, Annecy Film Festival, or Animation Festival, basically everything that was announced was kind of, we're going back, essentially. So, for example, we have an untitled regular show project coming back to Cartoon Network. Now, that one was something I definitely wasn't expecting. I had no idea that that was remotely a thing that would happen, but it is. That's pretty freaking big. Now, we don't know if it's gonna be the same characters. We don't know if it's gonna be different worlds, if it's gonna be a different vibe, whatever. We're not really sure. There's not much known about this. Cause yeah, all it says here is details on the new show are being kept under wraps. It's not even known if Mordecai and Rigby are back. The key, however, is that it's from J.G. Quintel. At Annecy, the only tease was a black screen announcing a new series revealed as regular show to dramatic drum rolls. The show is entirely new, though it will feature some characters from the original series. New series a new series announcement was met with whoops of joy at Annecy. Of course it was. Like, who doesn't like regular show? Like, of course that was gonna be met with massive applause. That doesn't shock me at all. So, and he's also working on a show that will be on Adult Swim. Yeah, is that also in the article? I think it is. Let me see if I can find it. No, it is not. Not that I can see. Or is it? No. No, it's not. Okay, so they don't mention it in this article, but yeah, he does have another show also in the works for Adult Swim. And also, mind you, this is something that is gonna come. This is not something that is in development where things could change and what have you. Well, actually, you know what? Technically, I think it is in development, but it is something that is coming, right? Another example, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, called Foster's Fun Time for Imaginary Friends. That's a spin-off series. I'm not sure if I've ever talked about that on this channel, or did I? I could have, but to be honest, I can't really say I remember. But as you know, that's a preschool series, a spin-off of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which in all seriousness, I think makes a bit amount of sense. You know, I think it makes sense that we do have a show based off of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends having a spin-off series that's preschool. And I say that because it's a show about imaginary friends. Yeah, you know what I mean? What little kid did not have an imaginary friend? Especially in preschool. You have a lot of imaginary friends when you're in preschool. Or maybe not a lot, but you definitely have your fair share of imaginary friends in preschool, 100%. But yeah, it was something that was, I think that was announced, I would like to say 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago that was announced, or was it last year? I don't remember. Either way, I do remember that they mentioned that was in the works, that a preschool series based off of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was in development, and alongside the Powerpuff Girls show, because Craig McCracken did mention both times. I think he mentioned it. When he mentioned Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, he also mentioned Powerpuff Girls series also in development. As far as we know, that Powerpuff Girls show is still in development. We didn't get any word at all about the Powerpuff Girls. So as far as we know, it is still in development right now. But basically, they confirmed and greenlit this preschool series. And you know what? Let's kind of stick to that one. Let's do another, actually, yeah. Do I want to? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Yeah. Let's stick to it, and I'll continue getting to the other stuff that they also announced. So another show that is also going to be that is also currently in development right now is a show called Adventure Time Heyo Bimo. So here it says the first ever Adventure Time preschool series. Another preschool series. We'll get to that in a second. In the fantastical land of Ood, the little robot Bimo is on a new adventure. Now settled in a new neighborhood with new friends, Bimo approaches each challenge he faces with his unique brand of enthusiasm and curiosity in a quest to learn and fill his database. The description runs. Adam Matu, I don't know how you say it. Adventure Time showrunner from mid-season 5 returns as the main creative talent alongside Ashlyn Anstey or something, a storybook artist on Distant Lands. So we got some people returning to play that, but also, actually it's kind of perfect that Variety did this. Another show that is also in development, but now at Hanna-Barbera Studios in Europe, is called Untitled. It's Untitled Barbara Throws a Wobbler project. So Barbara Throws a Wobbler or something. So that is another preschool series, and this one is based on an award-winning author and illustrator Nadia Shireen's storybook about a young cat who most days does what other cats do until one day she throws a tantrum she can't control. Creative lead is animation supervisor Joris Van Holzen, a 2D animation director on The Amazing World of Gumball. Now, that tells you right there that preschool shows are not done on Cartoon Network. We all thought that it was, because have you seen the states of Cartoonito right now? For one, it's only airing 2 shows. It's only airing Bugs Bunny Builders, and it's only airing Bat Wheels. Those are the only shows that are currently airing on the block right now. But also, that show, also, Cartoonito only lasts for literally 1 hour each day. I think it starts like at 7:30 or somewhere around that time, because I also know like the beginning hours of Cartoon Network is like not ad supported, and so like it's ad free until 10, I think. And so the shows just the shows will continue playing, and they'll have like maybe an ad break every now and then in that era, but it basically, if an episode is finished, there's no ad breaks between that episode and the next episode, and there's no ad breaks from this show to the next show, if that makes sense. Something like that. So, but Cartoonito, regardless, Cartoonito only airs each day, except for the weekends, for 1 hour. Now, for a lot of us, we would take a look at this, and yeah, that's right, Antonio. Good point to also mention is that Jessica's Big Little World recently aired their last batch of episodes. I think it was 2 weeks ago by this point, and that show's done. It's gone. And also, speaking of that, I do remember one of the creators that worked on Jessica's Big Little World. They mentioned that I guess one of the reasons why their show was cut was because I guess at the time or something like that, Cartoon Network Studios no longer was looking for preschool shows anymore, right? And Ballistic Bomb announced its ending. Yeah, I mean, everybody knew it was ending because we all knew that the show got cut in half. This season was originally supposed to have more episodes, but Warner Brothers Discovery or Warner Brothers Television or whatever cut it in half, and basically that was it. They didn't even say you're gonna get a second season, or we'll see if we're gonna get, if your show does well, we'll see if we decide to basically have more seasons after that or something. As far as I know, they didn't say that, so the show's done. But yeah, like, basically, Cartoon Network Studios, it seems like at the time, yeah, they cut Jessica in half when they announced Craig ending. And also Craig's last season, what the hell, why is this tangled? Also, Craig's last season also got cut in half, I think, from my understanding. So, yeah, it was a whole thing. But with but when you take a look at Cartoonito, right, and you take a look at how like Cartoonito is currently running and how it's only 2 shows, you would think that Cartoonito would be something that goes away. In fact, why are they even airing for 1 hour? Why are they still airing Bugs Bunny Builders and Bat Wheels with little to no advertising whatsoever? Why is that even still on the channel if it's only airing for 1 hour, right? You would think they would just throw it all away. You would just think, all right, no, we're done. We're not doing this anymore. But it's still, it doesn't seem like it's going away at any point, right? It seems like it's just gonna stay. Now, unless there's a recent, but the thing is, I mean, I think I've talked about this before. I don't know if it was like on a video that I did, or if it was a live stream. But I have a feeling that this is kind of the reason I think the Cartoonito screen bug is even gone. No, the screen bug is still there. Like, cause I've checked recently, cause I do record a couple of episodes of Bat Wheels, cause I don't wake up that early to watch anything. But watching that episode of Bat Wheels, which was from season 2, and again, that was last week that I recorded those episodes. The Cartoonito bug, the screen bug, still there. And also the bumpers for Cartoonito is still running in between Bugs Bunny Builders and Bat Wheels as well. So they're still using it. Again, which is very interesting that they're still doing it. Like, because you would think that they would either just get rid of Cartoonito or get rid of the preschool block entirely. But they're not doing that. So I'm just wondering, right? Is the reason why Cartoonito is still here, and the reason why it still has like 2 shows airing right now, is it because they're potentially waiting for more shows to become available? Because don't forget, we also got Barney's World coming at the later on in we still got Barney's World coming later on in the year. From what I know, and I think it was said by Mattel brand, from what I know is that we are getting Barney's World in the fall of this year. We don't know when in the fall. It could be in September, it could be in October, and it could be in November. We don't know. All we know is that Barney's World is coming, right? Now, is it going to be going on to Cartoonito, or is it going to go to Max? I haven't heard anything of them saying that it was going straight to just Max and not Cartoonito. Because again, Mattel also mentioned, and the reason why I mentioned Mattel here is because I think it was like sometime earlier in the year they had like I think it was like a quarterly earnings call or some sort of presentation, and they had like a slideshow and they had people actually talking about what is going on with the company or what's going to be coming out in the next year or next 2 years or what have you. And one of the people mentioned that Barney's World is going to Cartoonito in the fall of 2024. So we are seemingly still going to be getting that when it comes to Cartoonito, right? There's also still rumor that Bees Block is supposed to be making its way to, well, I don't know if Bees Block would be making it, but Silly Sundays, I think, well, that was the show I mentioned once before, but Silly Sundays is supposed to be coming over. I think Hop was supposed to be going to Cartoonito at some point or something like that. I don't know. So I'm not really like, so that's the reason. And so when you see that we have currently 3 preschool shows, 2 of them in development and 1 of them greenlit to be coming, I don't know. I think that's probably why we're not seeing Cartoonito go away, because they might still have some sort of plans for it later on. That's probably what's that's my guess. I'm only speculating. I'm only like guessing all these things. So kind of take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I have like no concrete evidence of any of this. I'm just thinking somewhat logically here, right? Like, why would Cartoonito still be here if it's only running for an hour when they could literally just get it, just get rid of it? They could just replace that with more Gumball or regular show if they wanted to, but they haven't done it. You know what I mean? It's been like this in this state for quite some time. They could have gotten rid of it if they really did not want Cartoonito anymore. So I have a feeling that they may have some sort of plan for Cartoonito moving forward, especially if they're still working on preschool show ideas and preschool shows that are currently being worked on right now that are going to be eventually going into production, right? If they're still working on that, then that means they're not out of the preschool market. This could be their last push to try to get themselves back in the preschool market or something. I don't know, but that's something that I find to be very interesting. But especially with this particular development of 3 shows potentially being on our way to Cartoon Network, you know, I think when it comes to Cartoonito, something may happen. I don't know, and I could be totally wrong. I literally have no idea. But that's just how I see it, and that's just kind of logistically where my brain works, or how my brain is working, where it's like, yeah, it's an hour right now, but maybe later on when they decide to make a big announcement that blah, 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 that it could happen. Like, maybe they get their 6 a.m. time slot back, and then maybe they extend from ending at, like, 9 o'clock to ending at 10 or 11 or something. I have no idea. Again, I am just guessing all of this stuff. We're not going to have any concrete evidence of any of this until we get some sort of announcement. When we get an announcement of if Barney's World is going on Cartoonito or Max, or if we get announcements of any other new shows coming back, if we get any sort of, like, news article or whatever saying, hey, it's coming back, Cartoonito is going to blah, 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 we're not going to know any of these things. So, we'll see what happens. That's really all I can say. But yeah, that's why I find it very interesting that they're still doing preschool shows. They're still wanting to do preschool shows. You know what I mean? They're clearly not giving up on it. So yeah. Should probably get some more water. But yeah. So that was something I wanted to mention when it came to, like, the preschool stuff. But you noticed that one of the shows I mentioned was Adventure Time Heyo Bimo, which seems interesting. Again, I wish I could show you guys the picture concept that they had, but I can't do that because Streamlabs is being stupid on me right now. Because I had it set up and everything. Now when I tried, like, I had to... It's a weird thing. I'm not gonna get into it, but it seems like it's gonna be a cute show. It makes sense that a preschool show from Adventure Time would be about BMO. You know what I mean? I think very young kids would love BMO in a preschool show, so that's kind of a win-win, I think. But what is also gonna be coming to us, which has been greenlit, this is not in development, but it has been greenlit. We're getting another Adventure Time show called Side Quest. So, let me read this part. As Variety has just announced, while Adult Skewed Fiona and Cake is airing on Max, Side Quest takes the franchise back to a kids show, marking a return to early days with Kid Finn and best buddy Jake fighting monsters on epic quests, and an episodic series. So it's not necessarily going to be a show where there's, like, a connecting storyline, right? Kind of like, I guess you could say, the first 2 seasons or so. More or less. Eschewing the long story arcs of later Adventure Time. Yeah. Side Quest looks set in the same world as the early original repeating characters, such as Villain the Ice King. Nate Cash, a creative in 2012 to 2013, and then supervising director season 5 on Adventure Time, figures as the series creator. A first look image was shown at Annecy showed Finn and Jake against a verdant rural landscape with ice mountains in the background, animated with the series' hallmark pop-out colors. So they don't have... I don't know if they even had a picture at all shown of this. That could be under wraps for all we know, but I'm gonna look that up. Did they have pictures of that? Adventure Time Side Quest. No, it does not look like. At least I can't see it. No, I don't think so. That's not it. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. But either way, so that's what we're going to be getting. That has been greenlit, and we are going to be getting a new Adventure Time series with the return of Finn and Jake. Basically when they were, you know, the age that we knew them as in the original show. What it sounds like to me is that Adventure Time Side Quest is basically going to go back to what the show was in the first 2 seasons. I think mainly in the first season, because I think it was season 2 when they started adding a bit more lore to the show, I think. or maybe not necessarily more lore, but more, what am I trying to say? More storyline to the show, right? So I think it was, I could be wrong, but I think it was, season 2, like when they started doing that. But it seems like they're just going back to, because the show, as you guys probably know, is that Adventure Time did not start off being so lore heavy or having a huge overarching story, right? It didn't start off that way. It was basically kind of like a fun, silly adventure quest type of show. And it looks like that's what they're going back to. Which, to be incredibly honest with you, I'm totally fine with that. I'm 100% fine with them going back to it, because I personally enjoyed Adventure Time more when it was just a buttload of fun. You know what I mean? I did like some of the story elements that they had and some of like the lore behind it, but I think like in the later seasons when it kind of became a little bit too serious, I wasn't really that much of a fan. I kind of fell out of watching Adventure Time. Like, even then, when I watch any Adventure Time episodes whatsoever, it's usually like the first 3 seasons, maybe the first 4 seasons, I think, because those were just a lot more fun, in my personal opinion. So that's probably what we're looking at in terms of this new show. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see when it comes out. Is it going to be in the same art style as the previous show? We all know that they're going to have different voice actors. I'm not even sure if we're going to have Tom Kenny as Ice King, even though he could still do it if he wanted to. Would we have John DiMaggio, I think that's his name, John DiMaggio, come back as Jake the dog? It's possible, but again, I don't know. I know for a fact, however, we are not getting Jeremy coming back as Finn. There's no way that could happen. Like, unless they wanted him to play older Finn, he could do it, but now there'd be no way that you would have him return as Finn. I don't think you'd be able to do it. It would be somebody else that may sound similar to Finn, but probably more like the younger version of Finn, I think, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this new show, it's crazy how uncomfortable this chair is getting right now. I've been sitting on it for too much. But it is going to be interesting to see what this new show is going to bring. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it. But also, it is 4:17. Okay, so we got a little bit of time left. Let's see what else. Adventure Time was also announced to be what was announced to be in development is the Adventure Time movie. The Adventure Time movie. Finally, we're potentially getting an Adventure Time movie. That's crazy. It took them this long. It took them this long. It's like, what? So, billed by Cartoon Network Studios as Jake and Finn embark on their greatest adventure yet. What they find changes the world entirely. Rebecca Sugar, behind Steven Universe and a storyboard artist on Adventure Time Season 2 and 3, serves as creator with Adam Mutu, and another Adventure Time veteran, Patrick McHale, a writer, creative director, and storyboard artist on the original series from 2010 to 2017. So, it's good to know that some people who worked on the show before are coming back to work not only on this new series, but they're also coming back to work on a potential movie. So that should probably tell you that we could be in good hands for an Adventure Time movie. That's going to be, how I say Adam is Muto. Yeah, it's probably Muto. Adam Muto. You're probably right. But yeah, it probably tells you that we potentially could be in good hands when it comes to an Adventure Time movie. But also, again, it took them this long. Like, you think that the series could have ended potentially with the Adventure Time movie. It's so weird how, like, regular show got a movie, Steven Universe got a movie, We Bear Bears also got a movie, and so did Craig of the Creek. But Adventure Time, for whatever reason, didn't get a movie. And so it's great that we're getting a movie, or a movie is currently in development as of right now. That's awesome. But I'm literally shocked that we are just getting a movie, or they're starting to work on an Adventure Time movie now. Maybe they couldn't come up with like a story at the time, or who knows what it was. But I'm shocked that we're finally having something in the works right now for an Adventure Time movie. So that's exciting. Just want to check something very quick. Oh, so you're just watching something. Okay. Great. But yeah, is there anything else I wanted to mention? Oh, so another project that is also currently in development as well. This one is shocking to me, and maybe it could work. I don't know, but Go Mystery Machine. So this is actually going to be an anime spin-off, I think. Let me read this. They have a picture of it, right? Yeah, that's definitely anime. Or at least that's anime inspired. Okay, so let's read. A Scooby-Doo spin-off series takes the gang to Japan. While visiting Japan on the ultimate foodie adventure, of course, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo unwittingly unleashed hundreds of mischievous mythical monsters that are now causing trouble all over the country, the description runs. Scooby turns to his uncle, Daisuke-Doo? Daisuke-Doo? Okay. and magical friend Etsuko and gadget whiz Toshiro to help solve the mystery and catch the monsters. We have seen a lot of iterations of Scooby over the years, but nothing quite like this one. This is Scooby Does Anime. Stacy Kim, Vice President Series, Warner Brothers Animation, and Cartoon Network Studios said at the ANSI presentation. So that one's gonna be... Can I get... I mean, I'm not gonna be able to show it on stream anyway, but just wanted to get a closer look. That one's definitely gonna be interesting. Hold on, I'll be back again. I don't know why my mouth is so dry right now. Like, even just drinking some more water. Like, I'll be right back very quickly. We'll continue. Nope, don't do that. There we go. We will continue talking about this. So, hold on. Just got to refill my water bottle. Okay. And we are back. So, yeah. A Scooby-Doo anime. Or Scooby-Doo Does Anime. That probably, not even gonna lie to you, like, that's probably, like, one of the few times I'll watch something that's anime inspired. I'm just not... It's not that I don't like anime. I'm just, like, not really, like, a fan of anime. I don't really watch anime, you know what I mean? So I used to when I was in high school, but I've kind of just stopped watching it. Anime is a little too weird for my taste. that's all I can say. But yeah, so but yeah, that one, I hope we can hear more. I mean, that one is in development. That one has not been but it looks like, especially since we have a concept like art of Go-Go Mystery Machine. We got a logo. We have basically a concept of what the characters are gonna look like, which could change at any point if they're still in development. But yeah, so, and we also got a look at how the freaking monsters look, which is, if you know how anime monsters look, you know, it's what you'd expect. So, yeah. But either way, it's gonna be interesting. Like, I hope that I hope it's a good one when it comes out. So, yeah, so, I'm definitely excited for it. But I think, is that about it? Yeah, they announced a family movie. All right, and yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's it. So, what you guys probably have noticed, is that a lot of stuff that was announced at Cartoon Network's, or Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers, and Hanna-Barbera's, panel, is that a lot of it is pretty much based on IP that we've had back in 2010 or 11 or 12, right? Oh, and Gumball. That's another thing I wanted to mention too, but I'll get to that soon. Yeah, when it comes to Cartoon Network Studios, a lot of it is stuff that we've had previously. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, that's a spin-off series. Regular Show, that's another spin-off series. I think that would be another spin-off series. We have 3 Adventure Time shows currently in the works right now. Well, 2 of them in development and 1 that is confirmed to be coming back. But regardless, you know, that's another show that we previously had. And then you got Amazing With a Gumball, which we knew was gonna come back anyway, but you got season 7 and you got the movie, which again we'll get to that in a little bit. And that's about it. Now, it does look like Cartoon Network is gonna focus way more on just bringing back some of their older successful shows and bringing it in a new light, whether it be a spin-off series or it be a reboot, revival, whatever, right? It does seem like that. But you also have to remember, we do also have Cartoons. Now, we haven't heard too much about Cartoons, their short program that they've done. If I can remember, though, I think it was earlier this year. Let me see if I can look that up. Cartoons. I think Cartoons had like a let's see, Cartoon shorts. This is such a weird song. It just sounds but yeah, Cartoon short. Actually, you know what? I'm just looking at it. The Cartoon shorts, the all Nemo by Nick Edwards, will premiere at Annecy Fest as part of Warner Brothers' 100 Years of Shorts screening. So they actually aired one of the shorts from Cartoons program at the Annecy Festival, which somehow I'm just learning about that, which is weird. Yeah, I'm just learning about that. It's crazy, but I don't know. I think didn't they do like a screening of some of these shorts like before? Like I think they did a screening of that of some of these shorts in earlier this year, I think, and they did it at the Warner Brothers studio lot. That's what I'm trying to look for. And also, there are some, seemingly, there's still like some shorts that are still being worked on at that, in that program as well. So, yeah. Just trying to, did they do a screening? I could have sworn they've done a screening. Let me see screening. Nah, I'm not seeing much of whether I'm not, because I know they had a screening of Cartoon Shorts. It's just I just don't know when they did the screening. At least I think they did a screening of it. But the point I'm trying to make here is that the Cartoon Shorts, right? Those could potentially be new pieces of you know, shows that we could be getting to Cartoon Network, because that was how the original, I think it was called What a Cartoon at the time. It was What a Cartoon, and did it turn into Cartoon? It was something like that. I did a whole video on it, but I think it was called What a Cartoon, and it was a series of shorts, and a lot of those shorts were pilots, and a lot of those, like Dexter's Lab, or even Family Guy, or Powerpuff Girls, shows like that, those essentially became their own series, right? And so that's the point I'm trying to make, is that Cartoon Shorts, even though those shorts, like, if they were to ever be produced into a full-on series, that could happen at any other place, right? It could happen at Nickelodeon, or it could happen at Adult Swim or something. You never know. But some of these shows that, or shorts that we're seeing at Cartoon Shorts, right? Okay. Some of the shorts that we're currently seeing now that are being worked on at Cartoons, right? That program, that could potentially, those could potentially be seen as pilots, and those could also potentially be greenlit as shows that we could see in the future on Cartoon Network. That is also something that could end up happening. You never know, right? I hope that new Cartoon ends up well. I hope so too. Same. I hope so as well. But yeah, so while it may look like Cartoon Network is focusing a lot on, it looks like they're focusing a lot on, IPs returning. We could potentially see some other kind of shows happening as well. You never know. You know what I mean? Like, you never know when it comes to that. Just very quickly. All right. Where the heck did that go? Okay. Gary the editor rolls back in. Welcome back. Have you been listening at all to this stream, or did you just join in? Just wanted to make sure. But yeah, but let's talk about the amazing world of Gumball. Actually, hold on a second. Can I start something? No, I don't think I can. Participants, timestamps, reactions. No, it doesn't. Okay. Or can I? Oh, no, I can. Okay. Is that something? I've never done that before. Okay. So, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and I want to do a poll, because even though I've just talked about this stuff with you guys on the stream, I'm kind of wondering, like, say with the Amazing What a Gumball, or the preschool, like, developments that we're still having, I'm wondering if I could still, like, make videos on that. You know what I mean? Like, is that something I can still do, potentially down the road? So, should I still make Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. That's something new. I've never started a poll before, so yeah. Should I still make a video on the topics discussed on the stream? So, like, if I wanted to talk about a bit more about, like, the animation news, like, oh, Adventure Time's coming back and regular show and yada yada yada, do you guys think I should still make a video on that? Or do you guys think that you did a live stream, why make a video? We can just come back here. So just let me know. Because, you know, I mean, I think it makes sense, because not everybody watches the live streams, and not everyone's gonna, you know, so it's a whole thing. But either way, let's talk about Amazing World of Gumball, alright? So, Amazing World of Gumball, they had a panel. Oh, it's 4:35. Okay, we probably are gonna have to cut it short very soon. Just so I can get ready for, because literally my next call actually starts in 25 minutes. So I should probably end it very soon. But I'll talk about this very quick. So, Amazing World of Gumball, we know that Season 7 is coming, right? And, of course, we're wondering, like, when it's coming and all that kind of stuff. So they had a panel the next day, actually. I think they had a panel on Thursday, I believe, of last week. And, yeah, I think they had a video basically Thursday of last week. And again, if you guys haven't voted in that poll, let me know, you know, just to see what I should do. But, yeah, if, they had a panel on Thursday, and I think it also allowed for a lot of people to, like, ask questions about certain things. There was one people who, what am I saying? I am completely out of it right now. But there was one person that was at the panel who asked the question of the Amazing World of Gumball movie. There we go. Or, no, where's the space? Okay. There we go. So, yeah, of course, a lot of us were wondering, where is the Amazing World of Gumball movie? Of course, that was the question that was going to be asked. You know what I mean? At a Gumball panel, especially with the creator of the Amazing World of Gumball being there, you know? It makes sense to wonder, where is the movie? Are we still getting a movie? What's the whereabouts and everything? So, the Amazing World of Gumball movie, if you guys remember, it was announced about, like, roughly 3 years ago, and I think we also had, like, a plot for the movie. It had something to do with, like, a fan of Gumball coming into their world and stopping some sort of force of evil that was gonna, I think it was gonna, you know, do something to Elmore. I think it had something to do with the Void. And also, that movie was actually going to lead into another series. We weren't originally going to get a season 7 of Amazing World of Gumball. It was going to be a completely different series afterwards. It was going to be like a spin-off series or a reboot, technically, or something. I don't know, but it was going to still be something else, right? And so, for a long time, we've heard that, oh, it was moved somewhere else, and yada, yada, yada. And then we didn't hear much about the Amazing World of Gumball movie for quite some time, right? So, when it comes to the Amazing World of Gumball movie, what we find out is that a movie is still in the works. However, it could be made differently, as they said. Which probably means that what they were planning for the first movie is going to be completely different from what we were originally going to get. Because I also mentioned, since times have changed, or certain things have changed over the course of time, whatever, we have to think about how we're going to make this movie, and the movie could be changed and all that kind of stuff, right? But then they also mentioned that the idea of the Void, because if you guys remember the ending of Season 6, the Void started sucking in, Elmore, right? And so, at least it began, like, the world of Elmore started to crumble. At least when we saw, the ground crumble from beneath, Rob's feet, right? And he fell into the Void. So they mentioned that's gonna be kind of discovered or explored in Season 7. So, here's my thought on this, to be honest with you. I'm, like, I was excited about the potentials of a movie kind of exploring what's going to happen. You know what I mean? To Elmore, or why the void is decidingly opening up Elmore to start sucking it in. You know what I mean? Like, what, you know, because that would also mean that somehow the world is now starting to believe that Elmore is a mistake, right? Because that's where all the mistakes the world has ever made goes to, the void. So is the world suddenly starting to believe that Elmore was a mistake or something? I don't know. And the thing is, we're still gonna get those answers in season 7. The only thing about that is that, like, which is, I think, is a little issue I have, is that I think it would have been better if, for one, it was something that was explored in a movie, because I think you could kind of go a little bit further into it, but also it's a movie. It's the 90-minute film. You could, it would be more of a storytelling medium, right? Where you could just basically be seeing the citizens of Elmore wondering what's going on, wondering if they're next to go into the void, what's going to happen, this and that. Gumball and Darwin trying to find out what's going on and how to reverse this, yada, yada, yada. I think that would have been awesome as a movie, but supposedly that's changing, right? As a series, right? I think when you have a series, when you have a series, yeah, I should also try to turn off the air conditioning. Yeah, let me do that very quickly. I literally have a vent like right here, right up there, and it's kind of blowing towards me right now. So I'm gonna just turn that off very quickly. Yep. All right. Okay. But yeah. But when you have, so basically, to get back to it, I think a storyline like that with Gumball and the city of Elmore being sucked into the void, it would just be explored better in a movie. You know what I mean? Especially since you can just go a little bit further in a film, especially with the animation and also with the emotions of the character and all that stuff. I mean, you could technically do that in the series as well, but I think it's going to be slightly an issue, at least to me, of them, like, you're just seeing the citizens of Elmore kind of living normal lives, seemingly, through the course of, I would have to assume, 24 episodes in season 7. And is it going to be a situation where, like, at the end of the season, like maybe the last 3 episodes or the last 4 episodes, is where the void really starts to destroy everything? You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm wondering here. Or what is it? Because, again, when you take a look at the Inquisition and you see the floor basically fall from underneath Rob, right? It is a little ominous, you know? Like, he's trying to pull himself back up and then he falls and then he freezes. But there's a giant hole now in the middle of Elmore Junior High, at least in one of the in the hallways, right? And so, if we're doing a season 7 where they're just living through normal lives, how are they going to address this? You know what I mean? It's like, it's one thing if it's a movie, it kind of makes sense, but as a regular series, how are they going to explore the fact that there is now a void hole also crumbling the walls in the hallway of Elmore Junior High, right? Are they can't just ignore that, you know what I mean? But granted, not everybody knows that was going on. And as far as I know, Elmore Junior High is not in summer break right now, so eventually the kids are going to go back to school and then they're going to find a huge hole there. Are they going to explain that, or what? I don't know. I don't really know exactly what's going to happen there. You know, it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do there. But I think another issue is just the fact that the way the show was handled, I think it's a little bit of a mess because, again, at the end of season 6, Cartoon Network didn't necessarily say, hey guys, this is the season finale or the series finale of Amazing World of Gumball. Because we didn't have a confirmed 7th season in the works, nor did we have a confirmed movie in the works, right? At that point, when that episode aired, Gumball was done. It was over. That was it. Now, I knew that something was going to still end up coming later on down the pipeline, whether to be a movie or they were to announce a sequel, or not a sequel, but to announce another season to be in the works or whatever. But after that particular episode with that ominous ending, that was the assumed ending. That was all we were going to get from Amazing World of Gumball. Again, assumedly, whatever. That was all we were going to get, right? But then we got confirmed that we were going to get a movie, right? So, but the problem right now is that the show ended in 2019, right? It was 2019. Was it 2019 or was it 2018? I think it was 2019. Yeah, I think it was 2019. Let me know in the comments, was it 2018 that Gumball ended or was it 2019? I'm trying to remember. I think it was 2019. But if it was 2018 or 2019, it was 2019. Okay, that's what I thought. It was 2019. The show season 7 is supposedly not going to come back until 2025 or 2026. They're not fully sure, but around that time frame, around 2025 or 2026. It would be great if it comes sooner, right? But again, we don't know necessarily. But the problem is there is a huge gap in between the final episode of Amazing World of Gumball season 6 to Amazing World of Gumball season 7 coming back, or the movie. If we were to have still gotten well, actually no, it would be season 7. There's a huge gap between the of that episode and the first episode of season 7 of Amazing World of Gumball. So I think that is just a little bit of an issue, you know? And it's not the creator's fault, if anything. Cartoon Network just didn't particularly renew the show for whatever reason. And they wanted the show to end off a cliffhanger as well. Season 7 might come out after the movie, who knows. Here's a reason why I don't think that's particularly the case, is because during the panel, he mentioned that he's working on a script for the movie. So, the movie, as it seems like they're kind of going back, it seems like they're possibly starting from scratch, because they're working on a script. Now, maybe they have filmed a couple of things, and he's just reworking on a, what? Excuse me, he's just reworking, what they currently have and just rewriting a script or whatever or something. I don't really know, but I think the movie probably would be after season 7, right? Because they are currently working on season 7. That we do know. We haven't necessarily heard a lot about the movie, and even again, when they mentioned the movie, he's saying he's working on a script for the movie. So we're not fully sure what that potentially means, but he didn't even when it came to the movie, let's also think about this too. When they mentioned the movie, they didn't really particularly say the movie could come out before the season or the movie could come out in 2025 or 2026. He didn't really give us any timeline as to when that potential movie could be coming out, right? So for me, I think the movie would be coming out more after season 7. But with that in mind, if that's what they're doing, would the movie, would the Void still be the main focus, right, of the Amazing World of Gumball movie? That's something we don't know. Like, would the Void being a threat, still, would that be resolved in Amazing with a Gumball movie, or would it be resolved at the end of season 7? I don't know exactly how they would be doing that. So, yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited for Amazing with a Gumball to return. I just wish, for one, it could have happened much sooner, because there's a huge gap in between. And, like, I'm not really, you know, not really sure how that's gonna go. But also, I'm curious to see, like, what the movie could potentially be, and I do hope that, and you know, honestly, though, also another question, I wonder, right? Will the movie even be, like, connected to the story? I don't know. Could it be an origin? Well, I don't know if it would even be an origin story for Amazing with a Gumball. I don't know. But yeah, it would. Yeah, I don't know. I think the only way they could do an Amazing with a Gumball movie would technically be for it to connect to the Void in some way, in some fashion. You know what I mean? I mean, they could do a completely new storyline for the Amazing with a Gumball. That's always a possibility. But at the same time, I don't know. But also, another thing to ask is, considering that they're wanting to change things with the Amazing with a Gumball movie, could they also decide, hey, maybe we could move to a Amazing with a Gumball movie being a theatrical release? Imagine if we had a theatrical Amazing with a Gumball movie. Now that, I think, would be very interesting. I think it would still, the possibilities of that are probably slim. I'm sure it would definitely most likely be a TV movie, but it would definitely be very, very, very interesting if they were to do a Amazing with a Gumball theatrical release. That would be kind of cool, actually. And the thing is, I think Amazing with a Gumball is big enough to where they could do something like that. But again, I'm not really sure if that's something they would go towards. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So, should I make a video? So, 16% said no, but 84% of you guys said yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna end the poll right there. That's 32 votes. All right. But yeah, so I think that settles it. 44 viewers? When the hell did that happen? That kind of sucks, because I'm about to end the stream right now. Man, that's... you know, that really sucks. That really sucks, because the last stream, I had like 34 viewers before S hit the fan. You know what I mean? Now I got 40 viewers, and I'm about to end the stream. That's nuts. Damn. Well, I apologize for that, because, yeah, if it wasn't for whatever, like, literally, messed up the stream, like, it's, I would have, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But either way, though, yeah, Amazing with a Gumball, like, I'm excited for it. If they were to do a film that would, for a movie or something, that would be pretty cool. If they were, able to do that. So, yeah. But anyway, I am gonna have to call it. I literally have a call in 8 minutes right now, so I have to prepare for that. I will be coming. I could come out with a video this week. I should strive to come out with for a video this week, but I'm not 100% sure necessarily. But we'll see. But I probably will make maybe 1 or 2 videos on this. I'm not fully sure if I'm gonna really, like, do everything. I don't know fully how I want to do it, you know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's all I can say, is we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm glad you guys were able to join the stream. Again, apologizing for whatever the hell that was with the connection. I don't know if it was the connection. It was very freaking strange. I have absolutely no idea what that was, but whatever. That's all I can say. Whatever. It is what it is. But we were still able to do some sort of stream. But yeah, I hope to, I'm not sure when I'm going to do another stream. It really kind of depends on how things go, you know, but we could do another stream maybe in 2 weeks. And then it could possibly be next week. I don't know. It really depends. I can't wait. I can't wait for the video. Yeah, the video is definitely going to be better only because since I do a script, my thoughts are going to be way better than whatever the hell my thoughts were today. So yeah, and that's the thing. When I tried making a video earlier this week, I actually wanted to do unscripted, but I was kind of all over the place and there was just too much to talk about. The video was too long. And it's like, yeah, okay, I have to not do this. So, yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. That's really the only thing that I can particularly say when it comes to that. But yeah, I have to get going. I have 5 minutes to spare right now, so I have to really, you know, head on out to get ready. But again, thank you guys so much for joining in this live stream. I hope every single one of you guys have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your week. If you're in Southern California or in any of these places where it's getting very hot, try to stay safe out there. Try to stay cold as much as you can. And, yeah, don't overheat. We don't need anyone overheating here. So, Kawaii Life, Antonio, Mache, Cartoon Network Fan 07, Zach, History Notes, Gillian, Cartoon Fan, Tiger, Skeptor the Wolf, Jonathan, Juan, I'm tired. Juan, Sean, Bingo, Gold Star, Skeptor the Wolf. I think I already said you, but if I didn't, thank you guys. Silver Star, thank you guys so much for joining in the stream. I hope you guys really enjoyed yourselves. Again, hope to see you guys next time. Oh yes, of course, Gary the editor, thank you so much for joining in the stream and listening. And yeah, hope to see you guys next time, whether it be in a video or another stream. And also, don't forget, I do have a vlogging channel that you guys can check out. It's Regular Josh Adventures. It's funny that you got my name wrong. I apologize for that. I'm not good for names for whatever reason. But yeah, excuse me. Regular Josh Adventures. I'll just type the name in the chat. Adventures. There we go. So yeah, go ahead and check out that channel if you guys haven't. I'm vlogging over there. I don't know when I'm gonna vlog again. Maybe in the next 2 weeks. I'm just taking a little break from Disney. That's it. Just a tiny little break. Just needed to rest for a bit. But yeah, go ahead and check out my channel over there. Subscribe if you haven't already. Almost at 300. That's absolutely incredible. So yeah. But either way, again, thank you guys so much. I really do need to get going. I got 3 minutes left. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining in the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic week. And also have a fantastic summer when, if you can. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. And until next time, I hope to see you guys. Wow, that is the outro for my vlog channel. Wow, okay. But yeah, until next time, you are hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. Peace out. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. See you guys next time.